Yo, yo, Tony D. Slumming in the Batman Legends of the Dark Knight bins. And I got a hold of some Gothic. Grant Morrison, Klaus Janson got part 1 of 5. Thought I'd give it a run, and it did not disappoint. It's quite different. You're really getting a blend of noir, horror, and a psychological thriller with this thing. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to figure out as I go along, but Klaus Janson does a really good job with this artwork. It's gritty, expressive, and it really captures the decay and grandeur of Gotham and the psychological weight of everything that's pressing on everybody with this new villain. I guess not new since this was a 90, but it's new to me. You start off, you got some good city work, but this is that gritty, raw work that I'm talking about. And Klaus is just the master at color. You got some criminal activity going on, and this guy, his name is Mr. Whisper, and he's very theatrical. I thought about going down a rabbit hole and studying a lot of this, the type of stuff that he's using, but it's very opera based. But these people that he's offing, they know who he is. They know who this guy is. You'll right here, remember me, and it's very haunting how this figure, I call it a figure, it's a person that's introduced. He's like, how can I help you? They already drenched this guy with gas. And here's that color I'm talking about. He's the master of color. He just up in smoke. And then you get this more haunting type atmosphere of Batman, Bruce Wayne is dreaming. And this dreamscape is done very artfully, where he's a kid and then he's grown up and he's in school. He feels awkward. And you get to this grandeur of a religious type symbol. It's very, when I read this first issue, it's very theatrical. And that just adds to the haunting tension that's there. And then this shot right here, that is really good. Look at I love ink splatters, and you got the simple color tones, and simplicity is just this right here. You don't need that drawn in detail. And that's his father. Bruce Wayne he's having nightmares, remembering things, adds to the layering of the story. He lets Alfred know what's going on. You get in more these mobsters where they're receiving these very theatrical notes. Morrison's really leaning into that gothic horror, which is giving this a very supernatural edge. It really, for a 90s book, it feels fresh and unsettling at the same time in the Batman mythos. Yeah, they get these theatrical things and then they're gone. Now this right here, I can't figure this out yet. I wonder if this was the time that his parents met their demise, because all the clocks are at the same time, and this just is showing you just the haunting presence of a memory that it's there. Clocks everywhere. It's an unnatural setting, but there's an obsession with this. It really kept me hooked into the story. It just deepens. Morrison's writing, it's dense with symbolism, and it has this dread to it. And the visuals, they're really raw. It's almost a feverish energy. I got this feeling of guilt, vengeance, and just ghosts that won't stay buried with that dream sequence we just saw, the mob being targeted. And there's just more of that here. And then you have the cathedral right there. This is a really good shot of Batman. I think Klaus did a really good job doing that. Here's some guys doing their normal stuff. This guy is called Mr. Whisper. This is very odd, but I noticed that he doesn't cast a shadow. Chime in if you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Is there's no shadows with this guy. I don't know if that was done intentionally, if he's just to trick you or lead you more into that supernatural element, or is there something about this character that is really supernatural? Yeah, and I kept looking and looking. We're introduced to this character. Not sure what's going on with this person yet, but they don't want to mess with this person. We'll see how that develops. This is great right here, and I think this is important too, where you're seeing the street level trash really torturing this guy, his partner. This is why I thought this was really important. It's Batman saying, hey, Gotham City is hell. We are in hell, and I'm the king of hell. I thought that was, you talk about powerful. And Batman has a shadow. The shadow thing's really got me. Oh, and this is beautifully done with the paneling where he's opening the box and it had a theatrical type poem. And here's an example. I'll read it to you. Like, he who dines on heavenly food has no need for the food of mortal. He's like, what's that supposed to mean? She don't care. And you're getting this, I'm going to research this some more. Or if you know, chime in, let me know. This whole, whatever this play is about, I wonder how it relates to this type of ending, or I'll get into that. But because they do some alternating, this, the play, this, closer, yeah, and then boom. Good job on the windows. I notice little things like that. The art, details like that mean something to me. Sometimes it's subconscious. Sometimes when you're reading something and it's good, there's some things in there that's just subconsciously, you're digging it that way. You receive information in your subconscious. Probably getting too deep, but that's another video. And I always love my Batman silhouettes. Totally love it. The criminals are so scared of this Mr. Whisper guy, they hit the bat signal and they need help because they know they're done. And the bat signal's upside down. Not quite sure what that signifies, but maybe it's because they don't know how to work it. Who knows? Beautiful scape here, Klaus. Love it. Good ending shot. But hey, I'm digging this Gothic. So these older Batman books, I say older, but 1990. It doesn't always have to be about the Joker or some super powered villain. But who knows? Mr. Whisper, the whole not casting a shadow. I bet they don't even explain that. I'm going to keep looking for that when I'm reading. But we'll see what's going on with that shadow. Morrison, he's really leaning into that Gothic type horror. There's some religious vibes going on, some overtones. And good read. It got me thinking, and if something gets me thinking, it's usually good. I'll continue reviewing it as long as it keeps delivering, and get on that outro.